Hey y'all, today I'm going to be making egg rolls for y'all. This is going to be a good one. So I have some ground turkey here. I usually get ground chicken, but they don't have ground chicken at the grocery store nearest to my home right now, and it's to go to another grocery store is about an hour away. So I'm going to go with the ground turkey today. I've chopped up some onion here. It's just half of an onion, if not less. But you can do whatever you feel. This is what I'm gonna put in the pan with my ground turkey. And I have some garlic, like minced garlic. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pan frying my ground turkey. So we're gonna cook it up till it's brown and cooked. So we're gonna start with that. So I'm gonna start here and then I'm gonna show you what comes next. So you're gonna wanna put some oil. I got vegetable oil here. You're gonna wanna put some on in your pan. And then go ahead and put your onion in there so it starts cooking. And then I have some minced garlic, which is just, this one comes in a jar. I'm just going to take about a tablespoon of the garlic and put it in there with my onion and begin cooking that up. Okay, as that's cooking, I'm going to open up my roll of turkey. I'm going to get some scissors here behind me and go ahead and open this one for me to go ahead and just put that in now. So I just opened it up a little bit and put it right in. So you're going to want to cook that up for probably 5 minutes to 10 minutes or so to get it cooked all the way. You just want it brown and cooked, and then after that I'll show you what comes next. So there's our turkey, or if you're doing chicken, ground chicken, make sure that you break it up into the smallest little pieces that you can. I'm still kind of trying to break it up here. They kind of, if you got the roll, it kind of comes out in one piece, so you're going to have to break it up. And so mine is pretty much brown, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off here. And I'm going to put in some soy sauce. Just kind of put some in there to taste. That's basically like your salt. You know, your soy sauce is going to be your salt, and then you're going to use some pepper. Just sprinkle some in there to your taste, and then just mix it in. And like I say, if you can break up any like bigger pieces, I'm trying to do it through a camera, which is kind of hard, but before I put this into my mixture, you're going to want to make sure it's broke up in small enough pieces, because this is going in an egg roll. One time I didn't have like the ground meat, so I just ground up. I have a grinder. I ground up chicken pieces that I had, and that worked out really well because it got them really soft. You can also use canned chicken and stuff like that. I do like to use this roll. Just make sure you just break it up. Okay, so that's how you want your meat to be. And so just let it sit. You don't want it to like overcook or undercook. If I just let mine sit here, it'll be just fine. So I'm going to let mine sit here, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the cabbage portion of it. All right, y'all, so I've drained the meat and I have it in a container here. What you're going to need is some of this tricolor coleslaw. And so this is what's going to be in your egg roll. So eventually you'll put this together. I'm going to cook mine up just a little bit. You're going to kind of like par cook it, which is not fully cook it. I left the juices that were in from the meat in there. You can do that, or you can just put like soy sauce, and if you need like some oil or something to taste. So you're going to want to put your coleslaw cabbage mixture in there, and you know it's going to cook down, so it may fill your pot up. I'm not sure if my whole bag will fit in there, so I'm just kind of putting some in there and letting it kind of cook. So I would just let it kind of cook down just a little bit and then add in more. Now here, you don't want to fill it too much because this is where you're going to add in some of the other ingredients. So you're going to add in some sesame oil. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to add this in. I kind of wanted to add it in when all the cabbage was in. So I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait so that everything gets in there evenly. I'm going to wait till the cabbage gets to all go in there. I could have used a bigger pan to do that, but I didn't think that far ahead, I guess, or didn't think it wouldn't all fit. So you can also do this without cooking this beforehand. You don't need to cook this beforehand. I just find it helps a little bit just to make it not as crunchy. It's up to you. Sometimes we do like it quite crunchy. So if you don't like it too cooked, you do not have to cook this, because even after this, we're going to build our egg rolls, fry them, and then still bake them. So there's a lot of time for your cabbage to actually cook within this whole process. But I just wanted to show you this option. So I'm going to cook that down, and then I'll meet you up here with our bowl of chicken or turkey meat and show you how I put the cabbage together with the turkey and what other ingredients go in. Okay, so I got my cabbage cooked down. It cooked down like half the way. So you know how the pan was all the way up to the top? Well, it got like halfway down. So it cooks down quite a bit. And I didn't really cook it all the way. So like I say, it's still like a little bit crunchy. It's not all the way cooked down. I went ahead and mixed it in with my turkey. It's still hot. It's kind of steaming up the camera a little bit there because you can see it's still hot. You can let it cool down. It doesn't matter. Eventually you're going to let it cool down anyhow. But you're going to take some pepper and just generously sprinkle it in there how you want. However you want. And if you don't want pepper, you don't need to use it. Then the next thing we're going to do is this pure ground ginger. So you're going to want to find some of this somewhere. The most inexpensive place I found this one was at Dollar Tree. They actually have this one. You're going to want to do about a tablespoon of the ground ginger. Now this is a little bit spicy, so it's up to you if you want the full tablespoon, if you want to do a teaspoon. But you're going to want this for the taste. And then you're going to want to put in sesame seed oil. You're going to do a teaspoon of this. Okay. And so those two definitely give it the taste that you want for the kind of egg roll taste, that Asian taste. So you don't want to skimp on those. Definitely make sure that you've added in your ginger and your sesame seed oil. Now, again, if you need to add more seasoning, you can try your mixture and see what it tastes like. If you need more salt, use soy sauce, or if you have teriyaki sauce, that's good. So I'm going to put some in there. And that's it. So you're just going to mix this together, make sure that's all mixed good and everything's gotten a little bit of something, and just let it cool. You can just let it cool down in your refrigerator because the next thing we're going to do once it cools down is we're going to put together our egg rolls. So I'll show you that next. Okay, now we're going to construct the crab rangoons. You're going to cut the pieces into like 1/4 pieces. They're going to be like little squares. So you're going to peel them. Make sure that you take a look. They are very thin usually. And you're going to use one piece where you're going to put your crab mixture. And there you see it. You're going to put it right in the middle of it. And then kind of fold it over. Now you can use water. So you're going to dab your finger in like a little bowl of water is good to have near you. And just dab the edges or just the corners if you'd like. And then just kind of fold it in like an envelope. The next thing that I do is I grab another piece And there you can see how it looks. I grabbed the other piece and I put it kind of over it and put a little bit of water so that it sticks to the other piece that's already filled. And then this is just kind of to give it that crab Rangoon look. It's kind of hard to build them. They have different ways of folding them. You can always look online for, you know, the little foldable templates. But to me, I found this is the easiest way to kind of make them into an envelope, and then use a second piece to make them into that crab Rangoon shape. So you're going to see I'm going to be making some that are smaller like this, and then I'm going to be trying to make them bigger, the more traditional way. But like I say, I found that this is the easiest way for me. The other ones to me look kind of wonky. So yeah, just kind of make them your own way. And then you'll kind of figure it all out which ones work for you. So that's what that kind of looks like. It kind of ends up looking like a little envelope in my opinion. Just make sure that you're using the water so that it sticks on there, and as you're constructing them, what I'm doing is just putting them behind there on a cookie sheet so that when I get ready to fry them, they're all ready to go. So I have quite a bit of them to build up here. I'm going to use all of my cream cheese mixture. All in all, it made a ton of crab Rangoons. Did you see that piece of cream cheese flick off there? And so, like I say, these are kind of yummy treats, even if you don't eat them all for dinner. We like to save them and just have them as a snack here and there. They don't have to be perfect. As you can see, I make them all kinds of ways. Okay, there they are on the cookie sheet. You can see I have different kinds. There's the bigger ones that I tried to make more in the traditional way. And there is a pan, and I've got that preheating there with some oil. You're going to use vegetable oil. There I put one in just to test it and see, and it is boiling, or you know, it's hot enough as you can see, so they're kind of just going to go ahead and cook there. You want to let them fry in the oil for about 2 minutes, and then you can kind of check on them, or however your stove is, you're going to check on them. You're just going to want them to get brown. When they get brown to how you like them, you're going to want to flip them over and let them fry on the other end, and that's about it with those. I have a slotted spoon that I'm using, but if you have like metal tongs, those are always really good to use. Here are the bigger wonton type crab Rangoons that I made. Alright, so here they are all fried and ready. They turned out really nice, golden color and fried, and really nice on the inside. There's the bigger ones again frying. Those were nice as well. Okay, so now we're going to make our egg rolls. Now the egg rolls, you're going to use the full size piece of the egg roll wraps. There is the brand that I used. And on the back, you'll actually see the instructions on how to make an egg roll. But I'm going to show you in this video. You just set down your egg roll wrapper. There I am just showing you. Again, if you want to know which egg roll wrappers I used. You can start off by just laying it on a cutting board or wherever you're going to use your work surface. Make sure you have your water bowl there because you're going to be using that. Dab your finger, 1 or 2 fingers, and just kind of either do the edges or just the corners. You're going to have the egg roll wrapper in an diamond shape. Grab a spoonful, like a heaping spoonful of your egg roll mixture. You're going to take that bottom corner of your diamond and fold it over. You're going to actually want to fold it over and then in. Okay. If you feel like you need to use some water to reinforce or kind of glue the parts together, go ahead and do that. You're going to take the ends on your left and right side of that diamond and fold those over almost like an envelope. Use your water to kind of secure everything, and then you're just going to roll it as I did in the video there. You can see there is a perfect little egg roll. I'm going to just go ahead and set them on the cookie sheet, just like I did with the crab Rangoons. There they are, all of my egg rolls. That's how many turned out. I did have more mixture left, but I didn't have any more wrappers. I used all of those on the crab Rangoons, but that is enough for our dinner, so we're good. But now we're going to go ahead and fry them. I'm just going to use the same oil that I used for the crab Rangoon. Yes, there's a little bit of burned pieces, but it's okay. You can get yourself a fork. That's something that you can use to kind of help flip them over. There I am, just putting one in to see if it's hot enough. I really probably should have tested it with something else, but it is bubbling and there it's picking up. So we're going to go ahead and let that one cook. It's the same sort of deal. When the bottom of it gets golden brown, or however golden you like it, go ahead and flip it over. The second portion of this is you're going to take them back and put them on the cookie sheet again. When these are all done frying, you can keep them warm in your oven by keeping them in your oven at 250, or you can bake them a little longer in your oven if you feel like you need to at 350. So that's something that you can always do. So if you don't get them really golden brown, but you're planning on baking them later, and the oven will get them browned, then you can do that as well. So it took quite a while to fry all of them up, so I'm just going to show you here with one. If you have any situations where your egg roll breaks open or something like that, don't worry, just, fish it out and just keep going. I had those lighter colored ones on the left kind of popped open for me, but the rest of them turned out golden brown and really delicious. And the other ones, they're still edible, they're just a little open. But anyhow, that's how they look. Here is my dinner. I had 2 crab Rangoons and 2 egg rolls, a little bit of rice. I made myself some sauce and some avocado.